them mics are down. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Club Call. I really do hope those mics are down then. Good evening. It is Wednesday, the 8th of October. We are heading into international break, of course.
Welcome! Welcome!
That is a tune.
I can't wait for James to
Can you believe that wasn't 3 years ago?
Yeah, it will be.
It's time to play football.
Oh,
to be fair, it was a late one though, wasn't it?
I know, but
It'll be 3 years.
nearly 3 years next month.
Oh.
But I reckon 3 years ago, around now, he was coming up with that masterpiece.
Mate.
Welcome! Well, remember we were singing it and then Cosgrove was
Cosy was
barking.
loving it. Yeah. Barking like a dog, wasn't he? Or was that you?
That's what he be barking like.
Barking mad. You barked like a dog, didn't you? It was you.
I think it was Cosgrove.
No. It was you. Like that, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, what a time. Watch-alongs, the World Cup. Amazing. 10 a.m, James. In here at 10 a.m.
8 a.m. for this, will it?
No.
It'll be,
Be,
more likely to be 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, belter. I hope so.
Welcome!
Got it all to come, Jay. Absolutely belter. Loved it. Cosy loved it. And then he spoilt it. Him and Steve Kelly. Steve Kelly. Why does Steve Kelly hate Joy?
Why? Why did they spoil it?
Because he was made up when Brazil got knocked out. The scumbag.
He's like ped with the.
It was Alison's fault.
Like me with the what?
She's never been the
Maxwell
same since he presented the Great British Bake Off.
Terrible.
The Kim Pembe.
What was? Kim Pembe. Belter team.
Just hates Joy.
Anyway, he does hate Joy. He's a Joy hater.
It's garbage.
Taylor Swift said she loved it.
That's going in my.
Taylor Swift loves it.
She's the last. She's the next
She was on
verse.
TV today saying what she liked and she never mentioned that once.
If you said to Taylor Swift, if you get the chance, you just went to a Taylor, Kim Pembe, she would get up and dance, and you'd be all of a sudden, it'd be your favourite song then.
She busy telling everyone how big a fella's lash is.
I know, but that. Did you ever think her and James Tarkowski's wife would have something in common? Because I didn't.
Is my mic up or on, by the way? Thanks, James.
Oh,
Thanks, James. Thanks. Silence me.
To
Silence
be
me.
fair, it's a good job he wasn't on.
Silence me.
And the show started.
James has
that's all I'll
silenced
say.
me. That's because he hates my joyful voice.
James Extra is asking how you can phone in as a member.
the link is up now on YouTube posts
Yeah.
and on Patreon.
On your membership, so you've got to be. King Hoddle, no thank you. The ride-out shirt will now stay up forever and ever. Amen. Because he's asked us to take it down because it reminds him of the semi-final in '95.
Sorry.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
No.
Go and watch Expression or whatever his name is.
Hmm?
Go and watch.
Expression oozes or something.
Yeah, go and watch it. We've done something with him, haven't we?
Yeah, he was all right.
It was quite
He
quiet.
was just a bit mad when the camera was on him, but off him, he was very much like, "You bloody done it again." Very
It
much
is
like
weird
him.
when we go to these places and we meet these people and they're all a bit quiet. We're just as we are. We're just like
Yeah, but we're not.
we are
You're
no
mad
we're consistent energy. They're just like they literally get turned off like Buzz Lightyear. It's just like we're just on. We're just on. That's us.
Like the Spanish Buzz Lightyear. What's me coffee?
That's why you need a big mug. Available now.
Okay, we're gonna go. Who've we got first?
Fletch.
I thought we had Fruin first.
I thought we had Fruin.
I thought we had Fruin first.
The producer.
Fruin come on first. I saw.
I can see Fletcher's face.
No, Fruin came on first. I seen it on there first.
Okay,
Fruin.
Fruin first then.
We got Fruin.
Call.
Fruin came on
Fruin
first.
is our first caller. Good evening. What do you want to say, mate?
It's not set up yet, one sir.
Okay, Fruin.
Feels disappointing.
I was
Feels-
prepared for Fletch.
No, you
Fruin.
shouldn't have been because Fruin was
Hello.
first. You were doing Fruin a disservice.
That's scandalous.
Feels like you don't want Fruin to have joy in his life.
Okay, Fruin should be a term.
Hello, Fruin.
Hello, Fruin.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go on,
We
mate.
can hear you, mate.
How are you? You all right?
Very good, mate. Very good. Very good.
Just wanted to ask about Harrison Armstrong. Do you think this loan? I think he made his first start for Preston on Saturday.
He did, yeah.
Do you think this loan can help him break into the first team next season? And I mean, not just break in, but I mean, be a starter and play regular games for us next season.
Right. Just for clarification, he made the second start on Saturday.
Right.
But fair play.
Oh, my bad.
Go on. No, it's more Ped, not you, mate.
I just said yeah.
You went, yeah, he did. Well, you're supposed to say, we started in the week. But, Pet?
I think if the World Cup was in 2027, he would be the captain of England. That's how much of an impression he's going to make on the England team. Because number one, he's English. And number two, he's that good. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. Clip that up. I think it'll do him the world of good, yeah. To be fair, I think he needs to play. I think he's very, very good. I think what he needs, though, is that education of playing every single week, training, playing every week, not 7 minutes and 11 minutes off the bench as an Everton player. I think he needs the games, which is what he's getting right now. And, you know, it took him a few... I think what's been good about it is it took him 3 games to get a start, rather than them just put... I know they've got Alfie Devine there who's doing quite well as well, but I think him having to be a little bit patient, Heckingbottom being a bit patient with him, and now he's been in the last couple of games. So I know he's got on in every game. I think it'll do him the world of good. And I actually think the manager really, I think David Moyes really likes him. I think Moyes can see he's got sort of the mentality, he's got the physique, he's got the mobility to get around the pitch. And I think Moyes likes that. And all that he's sort of lacking was the experience, really, of playing game every week. And we've seen this, I don't know how old you are through, and you might be too young to remember Moyes' first go round, but this is something he did, particularly with like Leon Osman and Seamus Coleman. Once they went on loan and played games, they came back a first team player. Yeah. And I think that's what happened with Harrison Armstrong. I think he'll be back, and if as long as the season goes the way it should do, I think he'll be considered a first team midfield player in the summer when he comes back, and wouldn't surprise me if he becomes a starter every single week, because I do think he's that good, or potentially he's that good. That's just what I've seen of him so far. But anything.
No, I think it's really important he's on loan, because Everton have got lots of options, and he would have got he wouldn't have played games, and it's important he's playing. I think it's a huge few months for him to really just build himself up. I think that's all it is, really. It's more like the strength stuff. Build yourself up, come back, and be ready to be a first teamer next season. There's no need to rush him because of all the players we've got. I think that's important. And with Ajisa Ghana Gay obviously coming to an age where he's going to be less and less effective, it's really important to have that mix. James Garner isn't necessarily a young man anymore. Dewsbury Hall next season be 28. You need that mix of players. Him and Timmy Aboonham's 22, 23. So there's a real mix, and him coming through would be massively important for us. And I think he's had that experience now. I think we saw that he held his own last year for Derby. We saw in the Mansfield game how good he can be for Everton, but obviously that was against lower division. But just taking that responsibility, having the 2 assists, it's a big year, and I think he knows. It's up to him. It's you get in the team, you stay in the team, which I think he will at Preston. He'll play week in and week out now. That once he's in, he'll go away. He'll play for England under 19s, and then hopefully he graduates to the under 21s as well, which will be good. I'm sure Lee Carsley will be keeping an eye on him and want to give him that little bit of a boost. And I think the future's really, really big for Harrison Armstrong. I think he's one that we can see as being a first teamer and being part of the squad. And David Moyes didn't stick him on loan to just get rid of him. He stuck him on loan to get him to become a first teamer in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think he can break into the first team. It's just whether... I don't know whose position he can take up. Would it be Idrissa, do you think? Or do you think he'd play further forward? Because obviously we've got a lot more options, like Alcaraz and Dewsbury Hall. So,
well, it's interesting.
Do you think he will play further back?
No, I think he's a
running.
I think he's an 8, isn't he? He's an 8 who can sort of play. I think actually, if you could almost pick a formation for him, I think 1 up front and 2 behind would be like a formation which would be really good for him. That's not going to happen as such, but if you could have 2 in behind, 2 8s, that would work brilliantly for him. That's only going to really happen if you If you play 3 at the back, maybe, I don't know.
No, because if you played a real 4-3-3 and you had a sitter, if it was a midfield now, say everything carries on, James Garner makes that number 6 his own, and then you had Dewsbury Hall and you had Harrison Armstrong either side of them.
No, I mean,
listen,
you need pace. You need pace to play that, don't you? I'm not sure that our wingers can, what we've got right now, that necessarily suits them either, just because I think we need pace. But if you were going to, I think that would be the position, but it's up to him to work out other positions, you know. You can change players into, but I think his natural game is almost like what Dewsbury Hall is doing right now, is someone who gets around the midfield but wants to burst forward, not sit back and like James Garner, sit back and break things up. So that might be why they decided to give Carlos Alcaraz a shorter contract. It might be one of the reasons behind it, mightn't it? Almost just looking at it and going, well, if we give him a shorter
like he did on Sunday.
No, I know, but that's what he said, didn't he? It's built in so that it benefits us. We've got that 3rd-year option, and in the 2nd year, we think he's doing brilliantly. We can extend it by 3 years anyway, if we wanted to. That's what gives you the option. But if you saw Harrison Armstrong and you thought, oh my God, he's blocking his path, and you'd give him a 5-year contract, then you'd be like, oh God, we're stuck here. Maybe that's one of the reasons. And other people are, there'll be a natural turnover of players, won't they? And if Harrison Armstrong is better than Carlos Alcaraz, or better than Dewsbury Hall, or better than whoever, he goes in the team.
He plays, doesn't he?
He goes in the team. It's about time we broke up that idea again of this is our 11 and it's fixed in stone. Carlos Alcaraz has done it the weekend. He's come in and gone, and everyone's gone, wow, let's see how do we fit this lad in, or can he break in? And Tim Boonham has to start doing that coming off the bench as well. He has to do that. Diblin has to do that.
I was actually going to ask.
Go on.
Well, I think this is a big year for Tim Boonham to try and break into the team. And obviously, if Harrison Armstrong has a good loan at Preston, do you think Harrison Armstrong is at a slight level above Tim Boonham? Because obviously, it would be a second loan, a full season as well. I think Tim Boonham's only had 1 season out on loan in the Championship. Yeah. And obviously, Tim's not really... He started at the odd game and he had a good cameo against Palace the other day, but I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit unsure with Tim Boonham whether he comes into... If he can make that first 11, because I always just see him as a squad player.
Big year for him. I think you're absolutely right. I think we seen little bits, haven't we? Brighton, I thought he was decent against Brighton at home. And then he didn't. He sort of wasn't as good in the next one, and he is a little bit hit and miss. I think he's got loads of good attributes. I think we saw it on Sunday. I think he's got loads of good attributes. I think if he quickened up his passing, he'd be much better. I think his decision making, he hesitates slightly, and I think in the Premier League you don't have that time. I think you have to make your decision. Yeah. That's the one thing I watched Wharton on Sunday, and I'm not massively impressed with him. I think he's a good player, but people, I think, go overboard with him. But one thing I would say about Adam Wharton is he knows where the pass is going for. He's got the ball before it comes to him. He knows what his next thing is. And when he was in the first half in particular, Everton didn't get close to him. He was dictating it from a deep position because he was just moving the ball before we could get a chance to close him down. And if you watch it at Boonham, he comes on, does 2 or 3 really good tackles or bits of skill, and then picks his head up as if I've got all day now to make this pass. And often someone will put a tackle in, or he has to go into another one. And it's like, just quicken up, make the decision.
Go back to watch. No, don't do this. But go back. If you ever go back to my instant match reaction after we played Coventry last pre-season, everything Baz has just said, I said on that video, and that's what he has to file down to become. He has to get rid of. Looking at his stats from the weekend, he had 9 out of 10 completed passes, 90% pass accuracy. He has to get for the goal. The ball sort of gets caught under his foot, and know what we've seen of him is he gets caught there and he's away. The opposition are away, but he managed to keep hold of it. Gives it to Michalenko, keeps running, and gets on the other end, and that's how we win the penalty. And they're like the fine margins of the difference between things happening in a game, aren't they? They could have gone away there and broke and caught us, but he kept the ball, and they are in the Premier League, the fine margins. He's got us back into the game to get us a win by keeping hold of that ball, and that's it. It's that half a second decision of making, and also he made another decision late on, which he got away with, but it was still a good decision. They were breaking on us, and he brought the lad down, and somehow we got the foul. And I never know how.
He threw himself in front of
No, I know, but we got that. He definitely threw himself on. He definitely knocked the lad over. It was a definite foul, but it was still the right decision. Still the right decision. Professional. You'd make that foul. You stop the break, and that's what. Hopefully, he's being challenged, isn't he? He's being challenged, like. But Moyes has just got to trust him a little bit, and it is really interesting. I think sometimes, I think this has been always Moyes' thing, is like, would Moyes make those decisions? A change of taking Michael Keane off, obviously, and putting Jake O'Brien and putting James Garner. That decision would never be made in a normal game, but it was made for him, and that's come off. Players playing poorly. Carlos Alcaraz comes on at half time. Would he? And we've seen him take players off at half time. That's not an issue, but players playing poorly, that's what you're supposed to. But those injury ones can be sometimes the ones that do change, and that's give Tim a chance. And I just wonder whether Moyes might start looking at those little things going, do you know what, and we said this after the West Ham game, when we said Carlos Alcaraz could possibly start the next game, and he hasn't even brought him on. I think Moyes has to start saying to some, just got to go, you've got to show me that you can do it, and the trust will come from that, not the other way round. I'll put you on the pitch when I can trust you. If you're not putting them on the pitch and you're not giving them enough minutes, we're never going to get to that point. And that's how we got to the Wolves situation, where all the players played at once who hadn't played. We shouldn't be in that situation. So it's on Tim Iroegbunam, and that's the simple fact for everyone, isn't it? Is that if players want to be in an Everton team and want to play at that stadium and want to be part of something, then you've got to start doing it. Some players look up for it. Some players don't. That's naming no names.
No, but that's it. But you're right, yeah.
I find Moyes' relationship with Tim Iroegbunam, like, I'm conflicted, because I don't know whether he likes him or whether he thinks of him as a bit part player. I'm a bit confused, but it'll be interesting to see how he gets on this season. And obviously, I'm more excited for Harrison Armstrong, because obviously he's a local lad and he's younger, obviously. But it'll be interesting to see that.
I think it is an interesting dynamic, because we've also got Mail and Roll. So if he gets himself fit,
what about him?
exactly, and you know that he's another young midfield player. Moyes likes the look of him. Watched him for a while. He's brought him in. If the lad gets himself fit and starts making an impression, and that's another young midfielder. Just on Tim,
Tim has only failed to either start or come on in 2 games. The Merseyside derby and West Ham at home. So every other game he's either started or been involved. So there's definitely something there. The manager definitely started against Brighton, didn't he? The manager definitely is willing to give. I mean, what can he do at times? He hasn't got any other players. But he's definitely willing to put. And when you see some of the players who are sitting on the bench who are, let's get it right, Nathan Patterson's right, McNeil are done. Right, they're done. Unless there's an emergency situation. Nathan Patterson could have come on at the weekend when Michael Keane went off, and he could have come on when Njai went off, but he didn't. The same could be said for Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil could have come on for Njai at the end. Those 2 players are done in David Moyes' mind. He'll only play them when he has to play them. So that's it for them. Tim Iroegbunam's been involved in every game bar 2. Where he hasn't got off the bench. So he has definitely got a role to play, and it's just about him seizing that opportunity. I think he needs to bulk up a bit as well. I think he needs to get a little bit stronger. I think he needs, if he does make those mistakes, he has to be able to get his body in the way and make sure. Seen that video? I told you about that video, didn't I, yesterday, about Njai?
Yeah,
Everton have put it out now, haven't they, with the ball? Have you seen it? And it's like, that's the extra stuff you have to. I'm not saying Tim's not doing that stuff. I'm just saying players got to go and get that extra little bit, and it's on Tim. Get stronger, so that if you do take a second on the ball, that I can't just get past you. All those little things. But Tim's involved. He's part of the squad. He's definitely going to get opportunities. So it's up to him It's up to him to take those opportunities. I know one thing. He's doing a lot better than the fella we swapped him for.
Yeah. Well, he's doing quite well in Preston.
He didn't get off the bench the other day.
But he scored a couple, hadn't he? He's doing all right there, but we're
not starting Premier League games.
No, we're in a different level, and it was a good deal for us.
It is going to be interesting next season, because obviously Garner's, aging on, and to see who's going to take his place. It's the reason we've got a few options now. So
yeah.
We'll see what happens anyway.
Yeah,
thanks anyway.
Nice one, mate. Take care.
Nice one, mate.
See you later. Bye.
See you later.
Bye. Is it? the man, the myth, the legend. Is he next?
Yeah.
Fletch lives. Fletch, good evening, how are you? Yeah, not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all.
I watched the Daily Live today. I didn't comment. I just watched.
Yeah.
And that was a bit of a rough one. And I got a shout out at the end, and I'm just like,
Hang on,
what?
Fletch, hang on.
How could they be linking me into that conversation about a butt plug, wasn't it? And then talking about Adolf Hitler. I was just like, okay, fair enough.
Fletch, you will know who linked you in, and it wasn't me, my friend. It was not me.
Right, okay.
As you know.
Anyway,
Imagine,
the news for Everton, right, I'm absolutely made up with that win at the weekend against Crystal Palace.
Oh my God.
It was a big game win, and it was when we talk about fine margins. Oh, which, by the way, shout out to this team selection. We played well better in the second half. I wanted to do a direct swap from Dewsbury Hall to Charlie Alcaraz, and it worked. So, like, credit where credit's due. I think I deserve one for that, like, because he started off with Ped's choice, didn't he? And
he started off with his choice.
Sorry.
I think what Fletch is saying here is he picked the right team and you didn't.
Fletch, there's not a chance on earth that Fletch said Carlos Alcaraz should play. There's not a chance. There's no proof of evidence anywhere.
And then going back to your question from the
There's no evidence that you said that. You're just saying that now because in your head you thought that 10 minutes into the game. It won't worked.
It worked. We won the game.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, when did you say that? When did you say that should be the team?
Well, it must have been on your starting 11 show.
Oh, okay.
I think it might have been the previous call.
Okay,
actually.
okay. So you said that. You said okay. So you said that internally or externally
to you guys, and obviously it's anyway.
On the club call.
Right.
There's no. I don't think there's any evidence of it. To be
forward,
honest,
I'm absolutely chuffed to bits. Right, that Jack Grealish has managed to get the goal before the international break, before the City game where he can't play. He's got his goal. That's exactly the timing for that is perfect in terms of his personal attributes, his qualities, and how he can improve and just enjoy himself at Everton.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more, mate.
Do you know what I mean? And then so who would have play against City? Right, now we're talking. I'd play Alcaraz in Jack Grealish's position, bring Dewsbury Hall back in, and have him on the right, and just see how that works because we are becoming. Like that lineup, that actual like the way they like to play, that works. As far as I'm concerned, it's working. We take a while to adapt into to actually start a game, but once we do get going, they might be a little bit blustered because Jack Grealish isn't there. But we can actually compete and we can actually get out in that way. I think.
The only problem with Alcaraz wide,
he'd have to be tucked in, wouldn't he?
He comes in field, so therefore you don't have any width, and Mykolenko doesn't get up and down. So essentially, we'll have no width whatsoever on the left hand side.
Maybe. But didn't he play that role against Newcastle?
Yeah, he has played as a narrow wide player in a lot of the games.
Leeds, and what did we see at Leeds? He played on the right against Leeds. We had no width on the right.
No. Keep an eye on the right.
Just petered out. So for me, I think I'd have. It's hard. It's a difficult one. This one, I think, at the weekend because Alcaraz deserves to start because he played so well.
He definitely does. He was hungry for it. He was hungry for it against Palace. As soon as he come on, he was
he could play
played like Rodriguez.
I'm gonna say he could play Dewsbury Hall on the left, where he's played for Leicester.
I think he plays. I think he's a natural central position.
No, but he's left-footed. Therefore, you've got balance.
Yeah. And have Alcaraz in the middle.
And have Charlie in the middle where he played at the weekend.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea, Baz.
But it's whether or not the manager might look and go, no, I'm going to give Dibbling another go. Going to play Ndiaye on the left and Dibbling on the right. I don't think he will. I think he's more likely to give Charlie a start.
So long as we're not battered with goals at half-time, then as long as we haven't conceded a goal at half-time, then we can mix it up and we can do that. And like with it being at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, it brings that extra layer that we're at home. We can beat anyone at home.
But we're away.
I mean, away. Is it away? I thought it was
Away at
at the Hill
City.
Dickinson Stadium. Excuse me,
No.
beg your pardon. Sorry.
No, we're away, mate.
Well, as long as it's more, it goes back to Moyes again, doesn't it? In terms of his ability to actually win away games.
That's just changed your whole narrative, hasn't it?
Hang on.
Fletch,
Fletch,
but it's alright because it still works. It still works.
Hang on, I've got to come in here. Right, I feel like I have to interject here, Fletch.
Go for
Right,
it.
because you've just said you thought it was at home, which is fine, no problem.
Yeah.
I've told you it's away, which has changed your thinking slightly. But then you said it comes back to Moyes and his ability to win away games, right? Now, this is Man City, who not many teams go the Etihad and win.
Never mind, Jeff.
So I wouldn't be looking at David Moyes on this one. I know some people will, and some people go, that's another game against the top 4 team he didn't beat. Well, guess what? In 3 of the last 4 fixtures last season, he beat top 6 teams, top 4 teams, because both of them were in there.
A good goal though, Baz.
Well, he will, but he's also will know that if Everton nick the draw, right, and I actually think City are playing quite well, so it'll be a tough game.
Branthwaite will be back hopefully as well.
Who?
Branthwaite.
Well, I don't know whether he'd start him at City, but we'll see. He might listen. He might be.
Do you know what I mean?
Right?
He could be back. Fit. It's a couple of weeks now, isn't it?
But I think the manager will be looking to just keep everybody behind the ball against City and try to see what they can eke out of it.
Yeah.
And if Everton were to get beat 1-0, 2-1 or something,
that's what it is. It's about being strong against City, right? Because I think Alcaraz would get more like he'd be more able to play. He's not up against Palace where they just like to play it like a fortress. They just right. They actually City like to play attractive football, and that suits players like Alcaraz. Even Barry to a certain extent, because it allows them to play their own game as well.
I just think Man City away is up there with one of the toughest games in the league.
Yeah, of course it is.
You know, with Liverpool and Arsenal. Yeah. It's a terrible away game.
It'll be pragmatic,
especially when you haven't got
exactly.
when you haven't got flyers like other teams or counter attacking, and we're still in that building process. I think it's a real difficult one, but you've got to go there. You've got to be pragmatic, like Pez just said.
Get over and done with as soon as possible.
You go and sit in. Don't forget, last season we rode our luck and we got a 1-1 draw there, and Jai scored. You know, it can happen. You can go there and defend and dig in. I just don't. It's not one where I'll judge whether Moyes can win an away game by the Etihad, because he's won plenty of away games.
No, but it's like, but in terms of it'd be nice if we could win.
It'd be amazing.
It'd be nice if we could go to the Etihad and get a lucky win. I like David Moyes when Everton and when David Moyes was last at Everton, his record against Man City was good, especially at home, but we're away. Right, we never got a pasting like we did with Carlo the last game of the season when Carlo was manager. And we got, I think it was 5-1 in the end, or 5-2, something like that, right? But it was just where the players give up completely, because they knew that if win or lose, they would be out of position because he wanted to get rid of the deadwood anyway. But like David Moyes' record against City is okay, in my opinion. I just think it'd be excellent if he could go there and manage to get, just grind out a victory.
But I think a lot of teams set out to go the Etihad and grind out a victory and get walloped. So we'll just have to see.
Listen, I'd love it if Branthwaite was back for that game as well. That'd be excellent.
I'd absolutely love it, in the words of Kevin Keegan, if we went there and ground out a 1-0 win. Be unbelievable. It'd be amazing for us, because I think it'd give the team such a boost. But we're 8 games in and we're 8th, so we're doing okay now.
We're doing all right. We're beating United. We're beating West Ham.
Listen, the next 3 away games, it's tough, aren't they? The next 3 are tough, aren't they? We've got...
And a quick one as well. When I brought Crystal Palace into the conversation, I think it was a while back now, and Ped laughed at me because he said, what are you bringing Crystal Palace into the contention for? You can see why I brought him in now, can't you?
Fletch, I'm
Depends what
I'm
you
still
were
laughing
bringing
at
him
you,
in
mate.
for. What were you bringing him into
Why
the
are you laughing at me
conversation for?
for?
What?
He said Crystal Palace was the worst fire that had ever happened in the UK, and I disagreed.
Really?
Yeah, that was
When
the
did you
context.
say
of
that?
That's an odd.
Yeah,
an odd.
that was the context of it. It was like Crystal Palace fire was the worst fire to ever happen in this country, and I was like, "What about the
What
Great
about
Fire of
the Great
London?"
Fire of
Do you know
London?
what I
When did they
mean?
say that?
Do you know what I mean? So
When
it's
did
all
they
you
say
know.
that? When we talking about the Great Fire? We're talking about the Great Fire of London.
It was just before your mum shouted at you, but before your mum shouted at you again for not coming
tea.
for your tea. So
Oh, well.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I don't want
I
to.
must have missed this, Fletch.
I just said that they were tough the opposition. That's all I said.
They are tough opposition,
I mean, we beat them.
but we've
So
Yeah,
how-
we
how
did,
tough
and
could-
it was a good
how
win.
tough-
It was a
how
worthy win
tough?
because we
How
are a
tough?
worthy adversary.
Oh, they
Yeah,
absolutely
you know, you say
are.
that.
They're a good
You
side.
say that if you could actually say.
A worthy adversary.
What happened? Glitch at the end.
British.
Then.
Worthy
Where the
adversary.
adversary?
Oh, Fletch.
Oh, Fletch, he's pulling your leg.
You
lad.
make this show.
He's pulling your leg.
There you go.
I can't
Right.
wait. I can't wait to come in and like just hello.
Fletch, be amazing.
Yeah. See, yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
That.
Don't
See you,
worry.
Fletch. Bye,
Right,
mate.
let's go.
See you
Have
later,
your tea, lad. Nice
Yeah,
one. Take
no
care.
worries.
Say
Thanks,
hello
Rob.
to
See
your
you
mum.
later. Bye bye.
See you, lad. Ta-ra, mate. Ta-ra. Ta-ra.
The first rule
The irrepressible.
of Toffee TV Premier Wednesday Lives is not to
Is you
talk
don't
about.
break the. You see, Blue Jay has given me a tremendous one.
Yeah.
Afternoon, lads. I had to drive from Swindon
Yeah.
home today, so it was great listening to the Daily Live.
Yeah.
From vibrating items in,
Yeah.
and I'm just not going to finish it.
No.
But he said it was great.
It was good.
And
It was
he
good.
said all worth the small fee to be a Premier.
Less than half price of a donut.
Hmm.
And Emma said before, has James been playing chess in the last couple of hours?
I believe, yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it, yeah.
No.
But you have to watch. You have
And Mike Raff said, about you when you were barking, did you have something else involved in the bark? So,
No, that was just
No?
there was no stimulus to the bark. No stimulus. I just
Okay.
barked on my own. I didn't need. No one had a buzzer or anything.
No. Okay, I thought James was over there like that.
No.
Making
And-
him bark.
But imagine not watching it and just listening to Fletch talk about the plugs and a certain fascist dictator. You'd be like, what's been going on at 1 o'clock today?
That's what they like. I believe we've got Jonah waiting in the comments. So, good evening, Jonah. What do you want to say, mate?
Good evening.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, mate.
Hi. I just wanted to talk about the mentality of the squad, which I think has really improved, particularly under David Moyes, because you look at half time. I went with my granddad to the game, and we played. It was one of the poorest first halves I think I've seen from Everton's side. But
Yeah.
in recent years, by the second half, it was like a different team. And I feel like if it was the previous manager, it would have been the second half, and it would have been the same thing. And I think, you look at David Moyes and what he's doing with his team at the moment. After the Wolves game, I was asking questions, but I think it's just it's knee-jerk reactions. But I think when you look at the mentality of the squad, getting results when they playing poorly. I mean, that's what Liverpool have done for the first 5-6 games of the season, and now it's coming back to bite them. We've played well, not got the results we've deserved to. And in my opinion, against Crystal Palace, maybe a draw would have been a fair result. I was really impressed with them, particularly Adam Wharton. I know you say maybe he's a bit too highly rated, but I think Wharton's probably been the best midfielder I've seen come to Hill Dickinson this season. His passing was excellent. What I didn't understand was how he always seemed to have an abundance of space in the middle of the park. I didn't understand it.
Because of
we
the
were
way,
only playing two, weren't we?
because of the way they
Tactics,
played,
yeah.
though.
We were only playing two.
We were playing two, and they were playing a box midfield, so it was 4-on-2, which meant that when we, particularly in the first half, when we went and tried to press, he always had two options. Where his performance dropped considerably in the second half when we had Alcaraz in there and we went with 3 and we had someone who was prepared to run past him. That's when he didn't look comfortable whatsoever. And then I thought Wharton struggled the last sort of 25 minutes when Alcaraz was running at him. But the first half, they do that brilliantly. They had him and Kamada, and then they had Pino and Sarr. So the 4 of them, and because they're so high with the fullbacks, it means the width's there as well. So we just got overrun in that first half in that midfield. And I think that's why the manager changed it the way he did as well. But you're absolutely right. The first half performance was terrible. We were miles off it. And the second half, the attitude was a million times better, and the crowd responded like Goodison used to a tackle, and we made it much more difficult for them.
Yeah, I mean, and I've said before, and Jai, in my opinion, this league can't play as a 10. I just don't think I just don't think he knows the position well enough. I think his through ball passing isn't great, but what I've been really impressed with this season is his crossing's miles better. Because last season he wouldn't cross a ball on the right side. I think he's getting a lot more out of his crossing. The ball for the goal. I don't know how better scores. He does everything he should do, but there's space either side. If he just heads it back the way it came, I think it's a goal. And as Ped said in the final word, it would have done so much for his confidence. It would, I think it would have. It would have really given him something.
I'd have preferred Better would have scored than Grealish. I don't think it was a great moment, but I'd rather Better would score because I think that's exactly what we need for our centre forwards. I'd rather have Better take the penalty, but then I wouldn't want him to miss the penalty. I want our centre forward scoring goals. I think it's always important, and I just think for Better that could have been a huge moment. Yeah. And I hope he doesn't dwell on it too long. Hope he doesn't.
Did it well. He should have scored, but he heads it well.
I think he should be scoring.
No, he should, but I think he does everything right. He rises, he heads it down with power. If you watch it in slow motion, the goalkeeper it's the most luck you'll ever see. It hits the pitch, it's the goalie's knee, and somehow comes out.
I don't think that's the conversation we'd be having right now if it finished 1-1.
No, I'm saying I'm not. Listen, he should have scored. He had a clear run at it. So, what I'm saying is he headed it down with power, which is what you tell strikers to do. Remember the one at Fulham a couple of years ago when he was underneath the bar and he's headed it over? If he'd have headed that down, we won the game. It was injury time. He headed it over the bar, underneath the bar. So he's headed it down. It's a
pity he hasn't scored. Yeah, it's a pity he hasn't scored. I think he needed that more than anyone else needed. It's great that Jack scored. Even aesthetically, like I've said, the ball, the cross, the header, that's Everton, isn't it? Boom, place goes nuts. Even though it went nuts anyway. But
the owner's right though. We need more of that from him, Jai.
Been saying it for weeks. Been saying about
the crosses in. Put the crosses in.
Saying exactly the same thing about Grealish. Just stand the ball up now and again. Just if you. It was more evident on Sunday that Jack Grealish wasn't dwelling on the ball. Every time he got an opportunity, he either shot or moved the ball. He never dwelt on it, and there was more purpose in that. Okay, he never got into those areas as often, but the way Palace played was always going to be difficult to do that. So let's just keep doing that. And centre forward score goals.
I mean, well, sorry, you
go on. I'm saying that's what we need. We need our strikers scoring goals, and Jai crossing it will make a huge difference.
Yeah, I think the thing that shocked me the most was Barry's performance, because I've actually been someone I've liked what I've seen from Barry, because I think he shows some really good hold-up play, but the stuff he was doing in every other game he's played, everything was bouncing off him, and I think it annoyed me, because now as critics, they kind of have something to work off, whereas I still think he needs time, and I think he will come good. And people say we need to get an experienced centre forward. Well, where are they? I mean, Mateta's amazing, isn't he? Well, I watched all the Liverpool game when Palace played Liverpool. I think Mateta missed about 20 one-on-ones. I mean, Alisson does well, as he always does one-on-one, but Mateta missed loads of chances that game. He missed loads of chances the game after. But I don't hear Palace fans after the game criticising him, whereas if it was our fans, we'd be giving our striker a lot of stick.
I did watch, I'll be honest though, I was watching a Crystal Palace vlog last night.
Oh, really?
And the lad was just like, as soon as he missed, he was like, get him off now, get him. That's like missing that chance was just like the trigger. Get him off. He's missed 2. Get him off the pitch, and like he did take him off quite soon after. So listen, they watch him more often. I think what we've always said about someone like Mateta is the improvement though. Look how much he's improved. Like I remember when he first came at Goodison, and he got one-on-one and it touched his leg and went out for a goal kick. Like his improvement is what you'll see gradually by what sometimes we see who don't watch him every week. The lad at Brentford's having a little bit of a good start to the season, so it's the same with him. It's going to take time. I think we just have to readjust how we think it's going to come, and if it's going to come from starting games, going off, all those moments, like we talked about it the other day. I think we talked about Monday. Me and James, it's like on Monday morning or Tuesday morning, whatever, the manager and the coaches would have sat him down and gone through all the different stuff and gone, this is where we need to improve. You're not going to see that unless he plays games where maybe he doesn't do well. You've got to show someone where they need improvement. That's all he can do. But it's with not having anyone next to him who's not like a 20-goal a season striker who's always going to play, he is going to get opportunities. It is going to be frustrating. It's going to be frustrating for us. Barry hasn't always started well at the clubs he's been at. I think last season he didn't score for a while, then he went on a good run. I think a couple of years ago he didn't score till like December, January, then he scored 7 in the second half of the season. It's going to be difficult for him. He has to get stronger. He has to become a player that fights and scraps and you can go, yeah, he's doing it. Look at like Carlos Alcaraz when he came on the other day. He's fighting for everything and he's been like that since day one. Of course, he already knew what the Premier League was like, having played for Southampton. You have to fight, don't you, to earn your right. You can't, like, people will go, oh, Barry's a bit sulky, because sometimes he did look a bit like that. It's like, fans don't want to see that. Fans don't want to see your excuses. They don't want to hear your excuses. What they want to see is a lad at least. And Everton fans aren't that hard to impress, are we, really? Fight a little bit, put it about a little bit. If it's not happening with all the nice stuff, get involved in some of the ugly stuff. Beto's been guilty of that as well this season, where he wasn't guilty of that last season. Beto, he was fighting and scrapping for stuff, smashing his hand on the floor when things weren't going well for him or whatever. Let's see a little bit of it's not even emotion, and it's not fake. You can fake emotion at times, but let's just see you graft a little bit during the games, and I'm sure that's where it'll all change for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. He's by no means a bad player. I mean, to be honest, he's probably further along in his development than Mateta was at that age in the Premier League, because he's made it stick quite a lot. I mean, he came on against Liverpool, and I think he actually changed. He was one of the game changers, because we just kept the ball up the pitch so much better. He didn't lose the ball once from passing. I think it was like 5 out of 5 completed passes. So he came on and did well, but it's like people are saying, he doesn't look like a goal threat. He doesn't look like he has that instinct, but I think it is a bit of a nervousness, a bit of. I've said this a couple of times to my dad. I don't really understand why it looks like the rest of the team have this chemistry, but none of them seem to have any kind of chemistry with the strikers. I think Alcaraz is the only one that has any chemistry with either the centre forwards, which is better. But it still looks like Ndiaye and Grealish don't have kind of chemistry with the centre forwards. But I agree with Baz. We need a centre forward coach. We need to try and improve them as much as we can, because I think we've got a very respectable side. I mean, it's not a top side, but we've got some good players. And I mean, I've been incredibly impressed with James Garner. I was quite critical of him, because I never thought he was a bad player, but I always thought there was more to his game. I thought he was a talented player that didn't seem to have the mentality or the desire to show it, but this season he's really showing it, and that has probably been the thing I've been most impressed with this season, is James Garner's development. Do you think he actually has a chance at the England team if he continues his form?
God, I hope not.
I think he's got a chance because he's versatile.
I don't think he's got a chance.
Don't you?
No, I just think the and I don't mean that against him badly, because I don't think Jack Grealish has got a chance of playing for England. I just don't see it. I don't think Tuchel is the kind of fella who gets like bullied into doing stuff because the press want it or the press don't want it. I'll be honest, James Garner I think would just be nice to have a really consistent season for Everton and not get a back injury by wrestling another of his teammates. I think that would be good. So just have
There's no proof that happened.
No, there's no proof, but it's a nice little bit of fan fiction in my mind.
Okay.
Just have a nice, consistent season where you play 35 or all of the games, basically, and let's see what happens. But I wouldn't want to heap that extra pressure on him.
I'm not saying he'd go to the World Cup. I think he's got a chance of getting called into a squad, so they have a look at him. I'm not sure when it all washes out whether he'd go in with the England squad to a World Cup, because they've got people like Declan Rice in there. Mind you, though, people like Calvin Phillips got in, and
I don't think
Jordan Henderson.
With England, I think they expect, just because of who they've got as the manager and what the focus is, I think the experimenting is done. I think it's now like eyes on the prize, qualify, and then in all the other friendlies, play your team to get into team mentality.
I still think Grealish has an outside chance.
I think he might have. I think
he's a wild card that they don't.
He
have,
might be a wild card, but I don't see this thing of like he has to play. I think that's like nice to push him, and it's nice to keep him going and that mentality going. I just don't see this manager's that kind of person.
I agree with you that way. I just think if he keeps performing, it becomes difficult. But I do agree with you. I don't think I mean, this time's proved that, hasn't it? This time's proved he hasn't just gone with the easy decision to put him in.
I think it's just the manager rather than the players. I think the manager is just like, it was almost like before the last games, they were like, everyone was complaining about like they were messing about, and then they played 2 games and it was like they'd switched on and they won the game, both games. They battered the teams, obviously, and they will. And if it's like, they play Wales Thursday, don't they? And again, if they win these 2 games, it's that thing of we're qualifying, and then so I do think the managers, because I don't think the managers actually want to stay after the World Cup.
No,
I don't. I think it is like he'll get back into club football, and I don't know. But then you're right, Grealish might be that wild card where he goes, well, is it 20? Is 26 now? We can take 26, so that I'll put him in as a wild card.
Might just be like the difference.
And obviously you get injuries as well, so there could be like, yeah.
But Garner's playing well. You're absolutely
you're right. He is.
You're absolutely right, mate. Garner's been really, really good this season.
Do you think the balance of the team would look better if Garner was right back, Dewsbury Hall game midfield, and Alcaraz in the 10? Do you think it would look like a more balanced outfit at home, particularly?
I think you can play it slightly differently at home, because I think
one of the 7 dwarfs then. Hi ho.
Because the onus is on you for a lot of the games. Obviously, there's 2 or 3 where you're on the back foot a little bit and you're trying to grind it out. But in general, I think that's not a bad balance at home, particularly at the moment where we don't have a right back that can get up. I mean, James Garner played the role brilliantly at the weekend. Straight away, just slotted in and was high up the pitch and looking for, and he's a really good passer of the ball and he's a good crosser. So I think he can do the job. So yeah, I think he can. I think Everton can use different personnel to make that midfield look different. And the one thing Alcaraz does that, and Dewsbury Hall's done it to a certain level, but I think Alcaraz does it better, is drive forward with the ball and get himself beyond the striker. And I think if you add 2 of them in midfield sort of doing it, then why not? Do you know what I mean? Why not? Why not have a look at it? And particularly, we're all talking about moving players around, but we're going to lose Idrissa Gana Gueye for 7 or 8 games potentially in December and January, and the manager might well stumble upon a midfield that really works, and Garner might find it difficult to get back in when he comes back. Ideally, let's hope that happens. Because that means we'll be doing well, and the other lads have grabbed their chance, whether it be Charlie Alcaraz, whether it be Merlin Roll, whether it be Tim Irabunum, whatever. We want those players to be able to grab that opportunity and make it difficult when Idrissa does come back, not to be able to get back in, as the same as with Tyler Dibbling. Illy's going. So, therefore, if Dibbling comes in and does well, hopefully when those 2 come back, they're not automatically back in the team and they're sat on the bench because your team's doing really well. That's when you know you're going in the right direction.
Do you think Dibbling will be ready for when Njai goes? Because I was quite concerned with his performance on the weekend. I think that it was partially to do with the balance. I don't think O'Brien did him any favours. But the thing that was really frustrating my granddad didn't understand why Dibbling kept coming inside, because he kept coming inside, didn't he? He wasn't really giving us.
No, that's his game. No,
yeah, I know. I tried to tell him that, but
because he's wrong. He's on the wrong side. This is the problem with inverted wingers or modern wingers. Yeah, it's that they want to come inside, and that's where if you looked at Crystal Palace's width from their 2 fullbacks, how high Mitchell and Munoz were. I know they play 3 at the back; it's slightly different, but they're still really high. Or going on. Munoz, when they were playing 4 at the back last season, was still bombing on. We don't have that from Jake O'Brien. So that's why. And Dibbling, if you go and watch him for Southampton playing on the right, he come inside all the time and sort of worked his way very much the way Njai did on the left-hand side, going in on a diagonal to try and get himself, towards the goal. That's what Tyler Dibbling does. And I was disappointed with him at the weekend, but I did think against West Ham, I know it was only 15 minutes, but he did show some nice touches. He showed 1 or 2 at the weekend. There was just no consistency from him. And he's another one. He does one thing really well, and then it's almost as if he's not expecting the tackle to come in again. When it's like, this is the Premier League, you go past someone doesn't mean they're just going to give up. They're coming back at you. So that might just be him not playing, but I think he's got enough time to sort of, you know, get his level up and get his form up. He's hardly played, don't forget. So, and he's only young. I
don't think he had much of a pre-season either, so he's playing catch-up, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, I really rate Dibbling. I think the big thing with him is he gives us something different because he can go inside and whip balls to the back post, which I see loads of teams doing, and I just never see us really do that. Yeah, but great, loads of chances.
Yeah, hopefully, like, he plays in the under 21s and he gets a couple of full games for them, and that'll help. You know, that keeps you ticking over, doesn't it? Get you back to playing regular football and stuff, and you know, hopefully comes back. He's been given that opportunity now to start a game. Started a couple of games. Hopefully, it would be interesting whether he's involved, whether he starts to Man City, but just start like giving the manager that problem. You know, getting on the pitch, and he wants to start games and pressing and training. He's got to do his bit, hasn't he? And you know, the manager does like to take his time on play, especially younger players.
Yeah. Do you think in January, if there's any chance we can get anyone in, do you think it's more important we get a right back or a striker?
Well, it'll be if it was a striker, it'd probably be a loan. Whereas maybe you could get a right back. Maybe if you could find somewhere for, if you could find somewhere for Nathan Patterson to go, and then bring in a right back, maybe, and that might just be a loan. Again, it's World Cup time, innit? Anyone who's not playing, might fancy a loan just to get them back in the squad. You know, and that helps us. We've got 2 players sitting on the bench who just aren't going to play football. We might as well have players on the bench who are going to play football. And if that means, you know, we have 2 centre-backs on Jake O'Brien, or Jake O'Brien starting, or whatever it is, we can start changing it round. There shouldn't be a case of, really, Tarkowski shouldn't sign his contract. I think Tarkowski shouldn't be starting every single game either. You can get to a point where, but if you get to January, he started every single game. It's not going to be good for him. Now and again, we might need to take him out, just the odd game, and that means Jake O'Brien might start the game next to Branthwaite, or you know, whatever it is, and that means someone else is playing right back. And every player will need a break at some point, you know, because players are playing with injuries a lot of the time, or little bits and bobs. Let's hope we can get someone in.
I mean, if God forbid Branthwaite isn't back for after the international break. At home, particularly, maybe not at Man City, because Man City said, you know, it's a different kind of game. At home, I think we need to play O'Brien and either Keane or Tarkowski for me, because I think we looked so much more organised when O'Brien came on. We were pushing them back, and I think there's just a very, very obvious imbalance, and it happened at the start of last season. A team that was excellent defensively the season before, Branthwaite wasn't in it, and we conceded about 10 goals in the first 3 games. Outside the Bournemouth game, and it was one of the most sickening things I've ever seen. It was disastrous. But you can see that they just don't work well together. Whereas when it's Tarky and Branthwaite, they know what they're both going to do, and that's the issue with having to chop and change centre backs, and that's why centre back staying fit is so important, because you need that consistent solidity. You need that backbone. I mean, you look at Liverpool have keep chopping and changing their fullbacks and centre backs. Not centre backs, but Konate's not on form, and it doesn't look like they keep changing the fullbacks playing number 10 at right back. I mean, and even then, with all the money in the world, they're still playing players out of position, which is, I mean, that's on their manager. But I guess maybe not there's probably not a single team in the league that's got completely everything they need. I mean, Man City still didn't get a right back, and if they'd got a right back, maybe they'd be more likely to compete. But
I wouldn't write them off. Yeah,
no, I'm not writing them off. But I think Arsenal are really looking like a dangerous outfit now.
Arsenal look like the ones who are going to win it, but that City is the second favourites for me.
Really? You think Liverpool have gone down to
I like Liverpool. I just think I never ever thought Liverpool would win it this year. And obviously you spent money, but I don't know. I have to say games. What do I know? But I feel like Arsenal look like they've got the bit between the teeth, and I think they're starting to believe. But we'll see.
When you're a team that's all over the place defensively, you're putting yourself in a world of pain if you're trying to win a league, because they look all over the place at the back.
Yeah.
And I've said that for a while with Canate. I mean, I've got friends that are Liverpool fans. My cousin's a Liverpool fan. I said to him, Branthwaite's miles better than Canate, and they just laughs at me. But yeah, I've never seen Branthwaite be. Well, yeah, he is better than Canate, isn't he? But
yeah, miles better. It's not even a conversation. He's miles better.
But it's like people don't watch just because for the past few
Canate's
years.
going to Real Madrid anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Canate's getting
going. He's going to Real Madrid. Anyway,
nice one,
Oh, thank you.
Take care.
See you later,
Cheers,
mate.
pal.
Ta-ra, mate.
See you later. Ta-ra, mate.
Someone's having a go at me in the comments for my thumbnail for the vlogs. What are you on about? That's one of the greatest thumbnails ever created.
What did he say?
Oh,
It was a good thumbnail.
it was a great thumbnail, wasn't it?
What did he say?
Said there needs to be an intervention. What are you talking about? It's one of the greatest thumbnails ever made.
No, sir. That's not real. That is not real. Emma said, and she was right during that call, then to Jonah, the frog was back, and it did remind us of Derek, Dexy. Remember? And Dexy would always be have the frog join him, wouldn't he?
The frog happens because people are not on their Wi-Fi, I would say. That's normally why it happens. It's because people are using their phone rather than their Wi-Fi, and the connection isn't good. And just because the software just interprets that as frogs, basically.
Being on the bay.
Yeah.
Okay, James, who've we got next?
Eddie next.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Is he just ringing us?
Eddie will just ring to tell us what the temperature is, and he'll get off. Because that's classic Eddie.
Classic Eddie.
Eddie, good evening. What do you want to say, mate?
What's up, y'all? Well, actually, it's kind of on that. The main reason why I wanted to call is, are you a Cubs fan, Ped?
What if I am? What are you going to do about it, you little bitch?
No, I just wanted to know. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy. But I saw a Cubs jersey, and you're wearing a Cubs top, and I was just kind of confused of how you chose the Cubs fan. But
what if I didn't choose Cubs? What if Cubs chose me?
I guess that's fair. I mean, that's how Everton chose me. I mean, I could have been
Mate, we were in Chicago. We were in Chicago. I've got T-shirts from all the places we went to. I've got a Chicago and I've got a New York one. Did I get? No, I got. Did I get an Atlanta one? No, I got like a Boss Jordan T-shirt from Atlanta. Anyway.
Okay.
I just get, when I go places, I just get T-shirts from the places I go. I don't support any team other than Everton, because that would be, to me, mental that people want that drama in their lives. I don't understand it. Unless you support the best team ever, and they always win, ever. I don't get it. But when I go to places, so I went to the Cubs' ground and I bought a T-shirt.
Okay,
that's
fair.
it. That's the story. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But you're still a little bitch.
Okay, now on to Everton news.
Thought you were just, that was it, Ed. Go on, carry on, mate.
No. It was quick.
Okay.
This is also really quick, but
okay.
So I saw as being linked to Gabriel Jesus and Serki. I don't personally. I understand. Well, Gabriel Jesus makes more sense because he's more experienced and he's more likely to be able to lead the line, or not lead the line, but probably
score goals.
Yeah, score goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Xerxes, I mean, I think that's just not the right play for us unless it's a loan and we just need a third striker. But I don't think he's really much better than Beto or.
He's a number 10 anyway, really, isn't he? He's like a number 10 in effect.
He's just tall, and that's why they put him up front. I feel that's.
He's just tall.
But I guess my question is, do you think either of those would be good option or hinder the development of Barry? Because I know Beto's probably leaving this summer most likely if we can get a deal for him. But by bringing in another striker, does that take pressure off Barry in a sense? And it's better for his development, or do you think it's worse for his development?
It's better for Everton Football Club, isn't it? That's the way to look at it, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, some people love having someone to fight with every day, and they improve by having a player with them who's going to. They can see, they can see that what that player's got and what level they need to get up to. I don't know.
It's why I think if Everton are going to bring a striker in, then Frank Alino's you would be the one I'd go for.
Oh, I always said that. I've said that since day one. Always.
Now, but because he can play wide or through the middle, so you're not directly sort of relegating Tierno Barry and going, well, we brought him in because you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Because the lad can go in off wide areas as well, and he's quick, but he can lead the line. He's got 9 in 10 this season, 4 assists. He's quick, 21.
Just remind everybody who he plays for.
Midtjylland and
Yeah. I know that.
Oh, okay.
I did it on the news last week.
There you go. So that's who I'd be investing in January rather than Joshua Zirkzee. I think Zirkzee would just be another.
He had his chance.
Yeah, he did. Did have his chance. Played for Everton before, hasn't he?
As a youth player, right?
As a youth player, but I'm not convinced I'd go for him. Gabriel Jesus, obviously, injuries have ruined him, sort of thing. But the lad knows he's skillful, knows where the net is, and he's a good finisher, but he can't stay fit. So, and
I also think he's got something in him this season for Arsenal. Do you know that one player that now because I think
sort of wrote off.
No, but look at the kid at Liverpool, Chiesa, right? Liverpool fans, I was listening to the phone in the other day, and Liverpool fans were going mad that he wasn't getting a chance. They were like, "What does he have to do?" Because he's fit now, and and they were like, "Why isn't he in the Champions League squad?" And he's the player that they see when he comes on. He is the one that gets them going. That's why they got the last minute. And I can see that with Gabriel Jesus. Like, there'll be moments, and it only has to be 2 or 3 moments.
Yeah, just big moments.
But big moments where he could come on.
They've got Gyökeres, who's been a bit hit and miss, hasn't he? Let's be honest.
He's been more missed
than hit, but he's got 3 goals, I think. They've got Havertz coming back. They haven't got anyone else. So Gabriel Jesus is almost like the wild card for them that everyone's ignored. And yet, he could come and get goals from nowhere in big games, a good finisher, and he might be the difference in them actually being able to beat Liverpool or City to the title than them not being. So, if I was Arsenal, I wouldn't be letting him go. But we'll see.
And I mean that's basically it. And I'd rather get us a right back than a striker personally, but I don't know what we're gonna do in January. I guess we'll see.
No. We'll see yet. None of us know.
No,
but we will see.
Well, some people might know.
Well, some. You'd like some.
You'd like some to people.
I hope so. I hope someone knows.
Yeah.
But
Nice one, Ed.
Bye, y'all. Have a good one.
See you. Good
and
man.
you, Ed. So, Carl, I disagree. I don't think Barry is going anywhere in January whatsoever, or at the end of the season.
Someone just said, "What is my favourite shirt that I've got?" I got one from Washington. And it's really nice. And there's 2 reasons I like it. The material's really, really nice. And they generally are when you buy them in America. But also, it didn't fit me when I bought it. And now it fits me. And I'm all day for that. I'm loving that. I've worked hard to get into that T-shirt. Now I buy T-shirts that are a size smaller for me.
That's motivation. Fair play.
James does that with shoes.
Gareth says, and I think this is important, quickly, his match review price-wise and disability-wise. It was his first game at Hill Dickinson. Seen a lot of negative reviews, but this was his experience. His brother parked in an NCP by the Liver building for 15 quid.
Yeah, so did we.
Yeah. It's about a 15-minute walk for me with my bad knee to the 10th Street Social.
Not bad.
Great atmosphere. Singer doing loads of Everton songs.
Ryan Rooney.
Footy on the TV.
Big Rye.
Was it Rye?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I got him in the vlog last week.
£4.50 for a pint of premium lager, which is a great price, and £6 for chili and cheese fries.
Well, so far, it's not really about the ground, this, is it? It's more about the places outside the ground.
Another 15-minute walk to the ground. No queue to get through the wall.
No.
Was an hour before kick-off. Pint of Budweiser, $5.90 in the fan zone. He said again, not too bad. 2-minute queue. Yeah. Tuna toasty for his lad, £7 and a 25-minute queue. Straight into the stadium 10 minutes before kick-off after seeing the Stone. Access-wise, a bit tough, as although on row 7 I had to walk up 3 flights of stairs to walk back down a load of stairs, but I coped.
That is.
Half time, went to the toilet, got a pint again, £5.90, and was in the family stand. And heard you can't buy beer. You can. Bottle of water, £2.50. Had time to go to the toilet, queue,
Family
drink
stand.
a pint, back in his seat for the second
The
half.
family stand for you.
After game, no issues, same walk back.
Yeah.
Took me a bit longer as my leg was struggling, but couldn't fault the whole experience. Can't wait for Spurs as I've sorted tickets again.
Good man.
Overall experience, the ground was phenomenal, and price-wise, I was pleasantly surprised. It'll never be Goodison, but it's amazing, and life needs to move on. Guys, I'm made up. You could go, mate. You've had a terrible time, haven't you? So I'm made up that you're back on your feet and able to go. And it's good to hear everyone's story.
Things
are getting better.
Things are getting better. But you know what? What's mad is things are getting better because people are just saying what needs to be done. That's it.
And the club are acting
on it.
Because,
and that's fair play. And there's stuff going on right now. I know that for a fact. There's stuff going on at the end of the season, and I know that for a fact. And it will evolve. It will evolve over time. And places like, I was in the 10th Street last week, and yeah, nice place, big place, got nice food. Murphy's will be doing nice food. I want to go in there. The Invisible Wind Factory, they're doing good stuff as well. There's plenty of places, but if you want to go in the ground, then you go in the ground. But it's getting better. It is absolutely getting better all the time. Right, who've we got now?
Annabelle.
Let's get Annabelle.
Yes. Hello, Annabelle.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Annabelle.
Good evening.
How are you both?
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
Hyper.
How are you?
I'm not too well today, but I'm phoned in anyway.
Good.
Okay.
That's what we like. That's the spirit.
That's commitment.
That's the spirit.
Commitment.
I was delighted that James Tarkowski has sorted a new deal.
Okay.
I think that bringing that kind of stability to the club is exactly what we need. I was really, really pleased when he reiterated that he is the vice captain.
Yeah.
I think actually in terms of leadership, it's very important to have those defined roles, and it would do Mr. Coleman a great disservice if he wasn't recognised as the club's captain.
Yeah.
And he is.
Good point.
Well, I think he has had quite a lot on his shoulders, so I wouldn't want to diminish that role in any way. And I thought it was a really nice touch for him to recognise that in his interview.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. But he is the leader. He's the leader, and everyone knows he's the leader. And I don't think anyone wants to take that away from him because he is so well respected.
No, and the thing is, he, by all accounts, he's a terribly nice gentleman as well.
And, he is. Oh, he is, yeah.
And the fact that he has had so much on his shoulders and carried us through and stayed positive and hasn't bitched and moaned, I think that's wonderful. I think he's done such a good job. And I really like the way that on the pitch he is not quiet about expressing his opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that.
I think it's really important to have people on the pitch that are verbose and effusive.
I agree. We're waiting for you to say something we don't agree with, Annabelle.
I was going to ask Ped, did I hear him say that cup that he is wielding is available in the club shop?
No, in the
Toffee TV shop.
No, absolutely not. It is available on the Yeti shop, and you have to get the badge lasered on like I did. But if you want to do that, I'll send you the badge. You can get anything lasered on them.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, maybe not everything, but...
Did you get what James wanted lasered on it from lunchtime? No,
I don't think so.
Oh, what do you mean what I want?
Well,
you know,
yeah.
In case you wanted to have a chest.
No, you can get, it's like £9 for engraving, so I just threw the £9 in and got Toffee tea because I think it looks smart. No, John Blaine wouldn't authorise such things.
No
chance. Too expensive.
That's a shame because I would really like one of those.
Well, get one then, and I'll send you the thing, and I'll send you the badge if you want it. I'll email you the badge, and you can get it engraved on it if you want.
I wouldn't feel right doing that.
Why? I would be. You have our permission.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You have our permission. I'll email you the badge, and all you've got to do is go on the website, and it says personalization, and it gives you the pitch. You have to upload the picture via the thing, and that's it. It's like £9 for the engraving, but you know what? It's lovely. It's like proper, like, ooh, that's nice. You can feel all the bumps. No, but it's got like a ooh.
That's the way you said it. Oh, that's
what I mean.
nice.
It's like if you rub your fingers over it.
Okay.
It's like Annabelle talking.
I'd take your word for it. Fair
I would have to say, Ped, I too would go, oh, yes.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's that was the first feeling. Because, sorry about that noise, but James has been doing that noise all afternoon for some reason. If you watch the live,
seeing someone outside going like that.
If you watch the live early, you'll know all about it. There's a fella over there with a remote control, but we'll leave that.
Anyhow, let's move on from that conversation.
And Daniel Barton, I am definitely not an AI.
No, Daniel obviously
I'm not being funny, Annabelle.
Twitter,
technology has not moved to the point where you could get AI to talk as smoothly as you. We're not at that stage of development yet. We are like the monkeys at the beginning of 2001 AD. That's where we are right now. We don't have whatever you call it, AI capable, AI, whatever you want to call it. We'll have to get to AD to get that level of smoothness. That's so, you know.
Well, no, I've forgotten what else I was going to say.
Exactly. I've flummoxed you.
He's flummoxed you with his noises, Annabelle. He's dragged you into his noisy noises as well. You've got Annabelle doing them as well, the pair of you.
Well, I will quite happily make noises for you, gentlemen.
Find that remote control.
I don't know where to go with this. Annabelle, we'll give you the Zoom link when everyone else has gone.
This is... TV After Dark.
Sorry.
Special.
I do always have a habit of dragging it down, don't I? I apologise.
Well, depends what you said. What?
Whoa, I knew what you were going to say. Stop it. How you feeling, Annabelle? Feeling any better?
Always better for speaking to you, gentlemen.
Oh, James has perked up.
There you go. James was just looking like he was asleep, and you've started making noises, and he's sat bolt right up now.
He wants a game of chess.
He does. He's that excited.
Well, you know, it is hump day, but I started...
This is dark.
This has gone dark.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
This was you. You brought this down with those noises. And Annabelle, to be fair, she's gone with it. She's put her foot on the accelerator.
As I said, AI wasn't going to put it. Can't cope.
No.
Well, I was feeling a little meh this morning, and then I remembered that, you know, I never felt more like singing the blues, so I was perfectly fine after that.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good. That's what you've got to remember. Especially for another, you know, we don't play again for another 10 days, do we? So we're amazing.
Well, it particularly helps because my next door neighbour is a red.
Okay.
And he's in a very bad mood, and I love it.
Brilliant. Okay.
It's good to smile at him.
Yeah.
Just don't even say anything. Just smile.
You don't even have to. You don't say anything.
He refuses to speak to me these days since he found out I'm an Evertonian.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a nice man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they're petty, aren't they?
Just smile. Just smile and
smile, don't you?
And never ever.
You make that smile of like, I know and you know.
That's it.
Had a good weekend.
I don't say anything.
No, I don't know anything. I don't know any to say anything to. So I'm not asked.
I've got some in my family, and it's most distressing.
Yeah, I've got some in my family. Doesn't mean I have to talk to them. Both of my neighbours are Reds. Doesn't mean I have to talk to them. I just look at them like they're pieces of people who try to rob my carpet space, but they can't.
Yes, but I'm nicer than that.
Yeah, but I'm not, and that's why.
I am, Annabelle. I'm with you.
I'm not.
I try to be nice and kind to everybody.
No, I try to be nice and kind to everyone except them.
Especially the ill-educated.
And people who drive the cars in the right-hand lane.
Well, if You see, now, if you were on the Coventry Ring Road, you would have to drive on the right-hand lane.
No, you can shove your
No,
ring
the
road
way-
in your ring road.
The way it works in Coventry is you drive on the right, and you
Sorry,
only
you
enter
what
the
on your
left
right?
when entering or exiting,
Okay.
and everybody always gets it wrong. It's one of my pet peeves about people coming to Coventry.
That's one of my.
I'm hearing Annabelle's Room 101 here.
It's one of my pet peeves. That Coventry Ring Road. Ooh.
You have said that before to me. You have said, you know what annoys me? Coventry's Ring Road. You have said
you
that
can't
before.
beat a good ring in
And-
road in Coventry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I am surprised
You have
that
said
he
that.
followed it up with the word Ring Road, and it wasn't just Coventry, but
No,
never
not
mind.
Coventry.
No, it was Ring. It was
no.
definitely his Ring.
Yeah.
What he was saying, road.
Yeah.
Ring Road. Whatever he was talking.
Can't beat Coventry.
Coventry's the
I'd
place.
like to, but we can't. There you go. I bet you Frank Lampard negotiates that Ring Road
Yeah, easily.
with an ease.
With consummate
With an
ease.
ease.
I'd say
an
consummate
ease,
ease.
as he drives on.
And
to his missus.
unerring ease,
Well, he
I
is-
think.
He is certainly doing a good job at Coventry City.
Doing a great
And-
job.
He is.
Doing a great job.
And I am delighted and do keep reminding all my Coventry City supporting friends that I told them that he was the right man for them when
There
they
you
all
go.
wanted Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Oh, God.
That's
After Leicester? Or before? When did Frank
Before.
take over? No, it was before Leicester, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
They
God,
all
no.
wanted Van Nistelrooy to be their manager, and I said no. Frank is the man you should go for.
Yeah.
And then they went
Brien.
for him.
Yeah, Frank's been through the tunnel like in Shawshank Redemption, and he got out the other side.
Got
Now he's
the
in
other
Mexico, because that's what they always compare Mexico with, is Coventry.
Yeah,
They generally say Coventry is the British Mexico.
why wouldn't it?
Most people just say Coventry. Where's that?
Well, exactly. I mean, it's south of the Midlands, probably.
It is just in the south of the Midlands. Yeah.
Exactly. There you go, science.
We are.
I don't
we
know
are
whether
the
it's
most
science. I think it's
central-
just geography.
With science
We are
as
the
a
most
geography is
central
part of.
city in England.
Again, these facts, there's too many facts, Annabelle. This is why you couldn't be AI,
Yeah.
because there's too much good, right stuff coming out.
I couldn't.
Again.
I couldn't be AI because I'm far too fabulously perfect at being an Evertonian.
Exactly. And no,
And that
I've
wouldn't
never
work.
met any AI who's fabulously good at anything.
Yeah.
Because
AI
they
has
can't
just
even
not
draw.
caught up.
They can't even draw hands without having 6 fingers on them. So
Yeah.
it's a true story. Unless you're Ned.
I don't know whether Ned can draw a hand.
No, he can't. But I can imagine he's developing.
I know where he drew. Yeah. Maybe.
Well, I shall leave you to it.
Thank you,
to,
Annabelle.
Thank you, Annabelle.
have a very
You
good
derailed
evening.
this programme.
Thank you. Good night. Have a good evening.
I'm here for it. So have a lovely evening. Hope you're feeling better soon.
Yeah, it's just my condition flaring up. It's nothing I can do about it. Have a good
Okay.
evening and take care.
Good
of
evening.
yourself.
All right.
Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Ta-ra, Annabelle. Bye.
Incredible.
Annabelle.
stuff.
Naughty
Have we got anyone else?
Annabelle.
No one else.
Glenn Watson was waiting when he got off.
Glenn Watson is like the butt of the joke every week, isn't he? He's like just like
joins
he
on
comes
the
on,
last
joins, and we're like he doesn't wait and he just gets off, and we're all like, oh, we've got one more, and he's like, and then Glenn disappears, and we go, I've got no one else. There you go. There you go.
Daniel Barton said this is turning into Toffee Station.
No, it wasn't.
He has.
Annabelle's
put
a
crying.
respectable person.
Yes, he's just
Who
having
you all turn into filth. That's the problem. It's all your dirty minds.
She played their part.
No, she came on saying I'm ill. At no point no.
It was you.
No, I never said I was very, very drunk.
You were very, very drunk.
No, she couldn't be AI. That's not possible.
No,
That's not possible.
doesn't feel. It doesn't feel appropriate to call Annabelle AI.
I mean, Emma said something, and it must have been so ridiculously scandalous that YouTube blacked it out.
Shut up.
You did. Don't know what it was.
What did she say?
Don't know. It must have been. It must have been bad, though, mustn't it? If for YouTube to black it out.
Emma?
As in the banda?
No, like no one he like blocks something out, so we have to authorise the comment.
Oh, Emma? Maybe you need to put it on Prem so I can see what it
It
was.
must have been so scandalously wrong that And then also, someone's before just put my name and a question mark. And I was like, what do you want?
You might have said something.
I know, but how do I know what I said?
Yeah, there's no
context.
No context.
Emma said Baz's face, and there's no context to that.
Because when you and Annabelle were playing a game of tennis, there was a game of tennis.
I was just saying AI. AI couldn't match up,
yeah,
and it was generally because six
maybe
fingers.
Watch it back.
You know,
the which
6 fingers.
Okay.
I'm saying AI can't draw things without giving it like 6 fingers or some mad stuff, can it?
Have you seen that Sora 2? It's improved now.
Yeah, but of course it's improved if like you have like a high end AI and you have high end like computers and stuff.
But that's scary. Yeah.
There's a bleeding film character now, isn't there? That girl.
Yeah.
There's a girl who's like who looks like really human, and they're like you can't have this, and I'm like yeah, but she's just a girl. But she's AI.
Yeah, they can't do it. It's just that's.
What's that? AI footballers? Well, we've had virtual footballers for years, haven't we?
Years, yeah.
You know what I mean? What I'm saying?
Been before George. Number 2 said George.
Molly.
Annabelle said happy to take the blame for dragging down the tone.
I don't think she did.
Annabelle, you didn't drag the tone down. You were having a playful game of paddle with Ped.
It wasn't paddle. She beat me in fucking paddle.
So would AI, to be fair.
No, I've improved massively since then. I haven't played anymore.
Oh, okay, mentally.
I've been doing it upstairs in the owl room upstairs. I've been doing it. I'm in a better place now. I'm in a better place than I was that day.
You were in a good place till we started.
It's weird. I'm like, what's weird? No one must have watched that video because I haven't took any stick. Normally I'll take stick.
I know, but there's a level where you can take stick, and then there's a level where you just go.
Feel sorry.
Don't do it.
The only clip of me playing is you saying how good it was.
Apparently Emma wants us a ragger by her hair, according to Danny Ellis. And he knows Emma.
I don't think
more
that's
intimately than we. That's what he said. Don't know what who he's talking about. Don't know what he's talking about. No context again.
No context.
No context.
I think that's from a dinner time show.
Game of chess, anybody?
Should we go?
Someone's just talked about the ticket, and we're gonna like look into the ticket and stuff. We're gonna speak to the club about it and get a bit more context, so we know what we're gonna talk about. If we're gonna have a chat about it, we want a little bit.
You need to have the.
We just need to have the facts, so we know what's going on, so we can then talk about it. And we've got our opinions on it. Don't get me wrong. Situation's not great, but we want to understand why the situation's like that. And can it be improved, and is it being improved? So we need to speak to Everton about that before we go. I seen a TikTok about it yesterday, and the lad just went in, and if you want to do that, that's no issue at all. But we just want to get a little bit more context on it first before we do anything about it. So it's not great. None of us are happy with the ticketing situation, but we just need to understand why. So here you go.
Right, so just refresh this Premier thing. Mark says, I hope Garner's forms because he's improved, not because he just wants a new contract.
Why does everyone find the negative? Why do some people always find the negative?
That is mad, isn't
in a positive.
Mark Cody, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. Someone said before, does Scholes hate Scousers? I've never got that.
I think he hates everybody.
I just think he's just.
Oh, when I played.
He's Black Cloud, and
when I played, I could hit 60
He's really nice, actually.
Feet.
He's really nice.
These modern day footballers, you can't do anything anymore. I play footy on the roof in the hotel, and I can just smash a ball. And none of these players can do that. Get on with it, I'll think shite. He talks, doesn't he?
Craig, thank you very much.
He talks like
mate.
He talks like he's been asked to stand up at the back of a classroom and give his thing out. You know what I mean? But really, internally, he just wants to go up a clock tower or something. Like, I don't use you pick on me. It's like, yeah, you're one of the best midfielders in the world ever. Mate. Talk up a little bit, you tit. You got people around you who are like Clinton Morrison makes you look bad. Come on, sort it out. If you don't want to be on telly, don't be on telly. But don't come on going, really disappointing.
Danny, I knew it was something. I knew what you were talking about.
In my day, we used to wear double denim, I can't see what Danny's saying because there's a big heart.
Rim, I'll bring it in tomorrow and hang it up somewhere. I'd forgot it, mate, to be honest. It's in the house.
Why did I go full psycho? What are you talking
No,
about?
it was. We can't because it was behind. You know, it was on a
Circle of Trust.
The circle of trust. So you can't.
Are we
bring
just
that.
talking in general about what we did this afternoon?
What was said?
It was one of the greatest episodes of Toffee TV ever. We got from this place to this place, but in the middle, we talked about some of the worst people who ever existed, and they weren't even at that end. That's what was amazing about it. There was a bit in the middle where we were talking about terrible human beings, and they weren't the worst thing in the conversation. That's what was so good about it. That's what was so good.
The biggest thing was I learned things that I didn't have a clue were even things.
Communication skills.
You know, chess skills.
What it is
how you hone.
I don't even know how once it's up there, how you get the batteries out of it. I don't understand. Scolzy, do you know? Just throwing a bit of overlap context in there.
It was just the fact that James brought the knowledge, and I like it. But it was interesting, specific knowledge that James
I'm just going to
had.
throw a little bit of context in. There was a thing about a thing that you could put somewhere in your body and someone could press a button and it would give you a shock. It was all part of a joke that someone told about footballers. James said, could you take that thing with the shock? No, he said there was someone in chess who would use that, a chess scandal. And then James said, could you go on who wants to...
giving it away.
No, I'm not. And then James said, someone went on who wants to be could he go on who wants to be a millionaire and use the said device? You'd only need 4 triggers on it. And could he win? And we then described how he couldn't win because of all the rules and all the security.
But we looked into it for him, didn't we?
But along the way, we may have talked about one of the most evil men in history and him living in Liverpool. And it was all fascinating. And I think it's all there. And if you are not on Toffee TV Premier, that should be the trailer that brings you in. That should be the thing. Half the price of a donut, for God's sake. A donut.
Emma said James was educating us.
I don't think Emma needed educating. I don't think Emma needed.
I think she did.
I think this is why Emma's single, because she has scared off many a man by having that knowledge already. That's all I'm going to say. Fellas from Glasgow who are Arsenal fans who live in Runcorn haven't got the bottle to deal with Emma because of some of her tricks. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. She is a woman of the world, and she isn't above executing a man via a cavity. That's all I'm saying. I think it's 6:30. I think we better go. Or are we just waiting for a reply from Emma?
Emma won't reply to that.
Well, she's replied with
dignified.
3 sort of things.
Yeah, I know. I had seen them. I think she's too dignified to reply to that.
No, we don't do Daily Lives on a Wednesday. It's Toffee TV Premier on a Wednesday. It's because we do this show, and it was tremendous. Do you know when they say fastest finger? That's Emma.
Annabelle said no, pet. That's my MO.
I don't want to know. No, Emma doesn't live in Runcorn.
What's happening here?
All I'm saying, right, if you are not a Toffee TV Premium member, now is the time to go and find out what we're talking about. Because I'm not giving any more away. There's no more spoilers. There's no more Easter eggs. There's no more nothing.
Mark, I don't know. I'm going.
Baz instigated this.
No, go and watch it.
Whoa. Baz was fully on board
go and watch
with
it.
what we were talking about.
We were talking to James. James instigated.
No, he did.
James instigated it. James it was.
James, the man over there. The man over there.
James instigated this. It was scandalous. James brought the knowledge, didn't he? I didn't have a clue.
Interesting.
Emma just says, come on, Baz, and that just sounds like an offer. I don't know. Leave it there. Let's go.
Well,